The Samsung A56 versus the Honor 400. Let's dive in and see how they stack up. First up is the design. Both phones feature a sleek, modern look with slim profiles. Now, let's talk about the display. The Samsung A56 boasts a 6.7-inch screen, slightly larger than the Honor 400's 6.55-inch display. When it comes to resolution, the Honor 400 takes the lead with 2736 by 1264 pixels compared to the Samsung A56's 2340 by 1080 pixels. For display type, the Samsung A56 features a Super AMOLED screen, while the Honor 400 comes with an AMOLED display. Both phones offer a smooth 120Hz refresh rate, ensuring fluid scrolling and gaming. The Honor 400 has a higher screen-to-body ratio at 90.2% versus the Samsung A56's 87.6%. In terms of pixel density, the Honor 400 wins again with 460 ppi, offering a sharper image than the Samsung A56's 385 ppi. The Honor 400 also shines brighter with a peak brightness of 1500 nits compared to 1200 nits on the Samsung A56. Both devices support HDR10+ for enhanced contrast and color. Looking at display features, both have DCI-P3 and an always-on display, but the Honor 400 adds DC dimming. For protection, the Samsung A56 is equipped with the durable Gorilla Glass Victus Plus, while the Honor 400 uses tempered glass. Moving on to performance, the Samsung A56 is powered by the Samsung Exynos 1580 chipset, while the Honor 400 uses the Qualcomm Snapdragon 7 Gen 3. The Samsung A56's 8-core processor clocks in at up to 2.90 GHz, which is faster than the Honor 400's 2.63 GHz. For graphics, the Samsung A56 uses the Xclipse 540 GPU, and the Honor 400 is equipped with the Adreno 720. Both phones will launch with Android 15. They also both come with their own AI features, Awesome Intelligence for Samsung and Honor AI for Honor. In benchmark tests, the Samsung A56 scores higher on Antutu Benchmark 10 with a score of 932,846, beating the Honor 400's 835,648. Let's look at storage. The Samsung A56 offers 6, 8, or 12 GB of RAM, while the Honor 400 comes with 8 or 12 GB options. Both phones use LPDDR5 RAM with a speed of 3200 MHz. For internal storage, the Samsung A56 has 128 or 256 GB options, whereas the Honor 400 offers more with 256 or 512 GB. Both utilize UFS 3.1 storage type. Neither phone supports expandable memory via a memory card. Now for the camera. The Samsung A56 has a triple-reel camera setup with a 50-megapixel main lens, a 5-megapixel macro lens, and a 12-megapixel ultra-wide lens. The Honor 400 features a 200-megapixel main camera and a 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera. For video recording, both phones can shoot in 4K at 30 FPS and 1080p at 60 FPS, but neither phone supports 8K. The Honor 400 has a superior 50-megapixel front camera, while the Samsung A56 has a 12-megapixel front camera. For front camera video, the Samsung A56 can record in 4K at 30 FPS and 1080p at 60 FPS, while the Honor 400 is limited to 4K at 30 FPS and 1080p at 30 FPS. In terms of connectivity, both phones support 5G networks. They also both have Wi-Fi 6. And they share the same Wi-Fi features, including dual-band Wi-Fi MIMO, Wi-Fi Direct, Wi-Fi Hotspot, and Wi-Fi Display. The Honor 400 has a slight edge with Bluetooth version 5.4 compared to the Samsung A56's version 5.3. Both devices have NFC support. And they support the same GPS types: GPS, GLONASS, Beidou, Galileo, and QZSS. The Honor 400 includes an infrared port which is not available on the Samsung A56. Both support dual nano SIM and eSIM. The Samsung A56 has a lower SAR value, making it a slightly safer option in terms of radiation. Both phones come with a USB Type-C port, USB 2.0, and OTG support. They both also feature stereo speakers for an immersive audio experience. Neither phone has an FM radio. The Honor 400 includes a proximity sensor which the Samsung A56 lacks, but both have a gyroscope, accelerometer, ambient light sensor, and compass. Neither of these phones supports input accessories like a stylus. For security, both have an in-display fingerprint scanner. They both use an optical fingerprint sensor, and both support 2D facial recognition using the front camera. Let's discuss protection. The Samsung A56 has an IP67 rating, making it more water-resistant than the Honor 400's IP66 rating. Now for the battery. The Honor 400 has a larger 6,000 mAh battery compared to the Samsung A56's 5,000 mAh. The Honor 400 also uses a more advanced SiC battery type, while the Samsung A56 uses a standard lithium-ion battery. The Honor 400 supports much faster 100-watt wired charging compared to the Samsung A56's 45 watts. This means the Honor 400 can charge up to 80% in 30 minutes, while the Samsung A56 reaches up to 65% in the same time. Neither phone supports wireless or wireless reverse charging. Regarding the body, the Samsung A56 has a premium aluminum frame, while the Honor 400 has a plastic frame. The back of the Samsung A56 is made of glass, whereas the Honor 400's back is plastic. Both phones are available in a variety of colors. In terms of dimensions, the Honor 400 is more compact and lighter at 184 grams compared to the Samsung A56 at 198 grams. Finally, let's look at the launch details. The Samsung A56 was announced on March 2, 2025 and released on March 19, 2025. The Honor 400 was announced on May 22, 2025 and released on June 2, 2025. The Samsung A56 is priced at $529 for the 8/256 model, while the Honor 400 is slightly cheaper at $499 for the same configuration. And the final result is in. The Honor 400 takes the win with a score of 37 to the Samsung A56's 32. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos.